Today marks the day I officially stopped making excuses for myself as to the fact that I'm too busy to document my life and the fact that I'm not going to be able to do it in such an exquisite way that would be appealing for YouTube and that would be aesthetic and that would make people who were watching my content be like, oh, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm done letting that voice win inside of my head, and I am just going to do it anyways because the reality is right now I am in a not a plateau inside of the business because we're growing and we're delivering better service, but I am working my face off right now, and we've been between the $20,000 and $30,000 a month mark for nearly like a year at this point. And I have done some investing as of recent. I invest pretty much all of my money into personal development or into building this epic apartment that we have right here, which I think is personally just legendary. We've got the whiteboards over there that everybody loves, but I've got the ACQ playbooks right here from Hormozy, which will be diving into. Perhaps I need some investing into how to freaking use the DJI, the Osmo. But at this point, like, I've been making the excuse for myself for literally over a year now that, like, I'm not in a freedom enough position in the business to be able to properly document the journey that we're going through. And I mean, we've gone through quite a bit of stuff, and I try to remain as congruent as possible and as real as possible. And I think it's a shame that we haven't really documented well up until this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a post every day onto this YouTube channel, and I'm going to recap what happened throughout the day, the lessons that I learned, and how things went. And I'm going to do it just talking style like this because personally, on a real level, I think very deeply about the B-roll that would be used inside of the video and like, oh, should I have like my cup right here. Should I, get a B-roll shot of me stirring this and it'd be like a fun like scene shot, or maybe I'm not good enough at doing that, or no one would want to watch this on YouTube. And that voice has won time and time and time again, and I am going to silence that voice today with this video. So today marks day one of documenting the journey to $1 million company, building it from my bedroom. So I'm here in Scottsdale, Arizona right now, and we have been putting in gross efforts of work onto the business, and I'm going to be documenting the journey. So today, just to kind of recap where we're at, we have one of our creative strategists driving in from Los Angeles to come film with me here in Phoenix for the next 2 days. So I was writing a bunch of scripts this morning and then had a call with our latest client who we're flying to San Francisco to go do a launch with in about 3 weeks. So we wrote some scripts for her, just kind of went over like the strategy, the different content buckets that we're going to be making, and where exactly the biggest leverage points will be and how we'll have the best chance of going viral, and just kind of like laying the land for what she can expect when we pull up to her to get the videos. After that, we had our team call, which this is the biggest freaking win of the day, in my opinion, was this team call that we just had. So we've been launching Monday and Friday. They call them all hands calls in the agency world, where it's like your entire team is on the call. So like all of our editors, all of our social media managers, all of our script writers, like customer success, project management, all of our designers, like everybody's on the team. We have 17 people inside of our Slack right now. So we're definitely growing, and we are a real business. I used to say that so much when we were getting off the ground. It's just like, guys, say it with us, like we're a real business. But now, at this point, we definitely are. We have 17 people inside of the Slack, and a lot of us were on call today because Mondays are like the business calls where we set the expectations for the week, what are your goals for the week, what are the wins for the week, motivation, etc. And then Friday are like game calls. So like we did GeoGuessr the first couple weeks. We did one kind of like map game. And then today we did this one, I forgot what it was called, but it was basically a drawing like telephone game. And it's like cheesy, right? Like you open up the website and there's like a freaking unicorn that's on it. And it's like, oh, it looks like a child's game. But I mean, just seeing the looks on everybody's faces, I genuinely had a good time. Like seeing what people were drawing and playing the telephone game, and it was awesome. It was a really good team building activity. I got that from Joao, one of our clients that we went to go see in Sao Paulo, Brazil, a couple months ago. Like, for example, I went to Brazil 2 months ago to meet up with a client after we hosted a massive mastermind in Scottsdale. After that, we went to Alaska to run a marathon. Like, there's so much stuff that just hasn't been documented because I wasn't going to do it properly. So today breaks that chain. After the call, I had another call with a gentleman in one of the business coaching masterminds that I'm in. In Dan Martell's coaching, and I met this gentleman named Caleb, who's inside there, who we chatted with, and he was a big voice in my ear of like, dude, you got to document this. So Caleb, shout out to you, brother. I'm excited for what's to come in the future, but like, I needed that push to like jump over the edge of making the content for myself on YouTube. So if you're watching this and you've been thinking about documenting your own journey, but for some reason, and probably a very valid reason, a very valid excuse that you've made for yourself, like I've been doing for the last year and a half, making really good excuses as to why you can't post on YouTube or why you can't document your life, use this as your push over the edge to make the freaking content and to document the freaking journey. And maybe it doesn't have to go on YouTube. Maybe it just goes into like a folder on your phone, or folder on your camera, or wherever it goes. Maybe it does go onto YouTube. Wherever it is, I encourage you to just push over the first big domino and to get online and to start documenting the journey. I'm going to go out to dinner with one of our creative strategists. We're going to be going over our strategy for the weekend. Goal is going to be to get about 30 high quality videos because I'm going to be traveling over the next few weeks. So I just want to have all my content just completely taken care of. So this marks day one, the daily Danny check-ins, daily Danny documenting, whatever you want to call it. So if this is you and you want to start getting into content, this is your time to just do it. All right? Peace.